Announced on January 9, 2007, the original iPhone was introduced by Steve Jobs as a combination of the iPod, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communicator. It featured a 3.5-inch screen, a multi-touch touchscreen display, microphone, headset controls, and the specs that the modern smartphone user takes for granted today. In July 2008, a year after the original iPhone debuted, its successor hit the market in the form of the iPhone 3G. The second generation device included several new hardware features like 3G data and GPS, but perhaps most notably, introduced the world to the Apple Store. In June 2010, iPhone 4 was introduced. Included a high-resolution Retina display, Apple's first front-facing camera, multitasking functionality, and FaceTime. In October 2011, Apple's co-founder passed away, the day after the announcement of iPhone 4S, though he did oversee the development of iPhone 5, which would eventually hit stores in September 2012. The iPhone 5, in addition to Siri, the best-selling iPhone ever produced, gave users iOS 5, an operating system that introduced iMessage, iCloud, and Notification Center, among other notable features. iPhone 4S also sported Apple's first 8-megapixel camera with 1080p video recording. In September 2014, the 6 Plus joined the 6 in a simultaneous release in 2014, marketed as bigger than bigger, the two and only. The 6 Plus set the tone for display size as subsequent 7 Plus and 8 Plus models also sport a 5.5 screen, while the traditional 6, 7, and 8 versions have all been 4.7 inches. In September 2017, iPhone X hit the market, became the first Apple phone to usher in OLED screen technology, wireless charging, and an edge-to-edge screen display. The home button was removed, and now Face ID allows users to unlock their phone with a look, and Animoji mimicked their movements. In September 2018, Apple built off the previous year's iPhone X, spawning 3 new creations: iPhone XS, iPhone XX Max, and iPhone XR. XS and XS Max deliver Super Retina in 2 sizes, including the largest display over on an iPhone, faster Face ID, a smarter and more powerful chip, and a breakthrough dual camera system. In October 2020, the launch of the iPhone 12 series includes some new colors and 4 phones, all with 5G support. Now the latest iPhone is 13 series as of today. Now this slide shows the history of the iPhone revenue up to from 2007 to 2018. And it maps the life cycle of a product. So why this product came into being? The original story of the first iPhone reveals that Jobs was just trying to make a really good phone, really good, cool phone. So, quote Jobs at the 2007 keynote, "We want to reinvent the phone. What's the killer app? The killer app is making calls. It's amazing how hard it is to make calls on most phones. So at that time, the most advanced phones in the market are shown here. iPhone combines three products: a revolutionary mobile phone, a widescreen iPod with touch controls, and a breakthrough internet communications device with a desktop-class email, web browsing, maps, and searching into one small and lightweight handheld device. The original iPhone was the thing that started it all for modern smartphones. While there were smartphones before it, they were nothing like Apple's iPhone that trumped them with its radically bigger screen, mind-boggling mind-boggling multi-touch interface, and the first on-screen keyboard that actually worked well. The list of breakthrough innovations in the original iPhone is long and involves so many stories that new books only now start to shed light on some of its details. Here is a short summary of what made the iPhone so special. iOS, a revolutionary new multi-touch interface controlled entirely with your fingers. Gigantic, for the time, 3.5-inch display with a resolution of 320 multiplied by 480 pixels. Completely new on-screen keyboard. Internet connectivity with native email client and web browser. 2-megapixel photo camera. Ambient light sensor. Proximity sensor. 4GB, 8GB, 16GB storage models. YouTube and Google Maps applications. Google Search. iPod Music video player with support for iTunes. So here we review the product life cycle concept in the marketing textbook. All products will go through 4 stages. That's introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Introduction stage. The product is just introduced to the market after a good amount of investment in its production and R&D that went behind it. Therefore, there is extremely high expenditure at this stage. Growth stage is the phase where the product witnesses a rapid increase in market acceptance. People start to buy and therefore the firm begins to see a growth in sales. This is a really long phase that moves from no profits to good profits. Maturity stage comes in after growth stage. The sales rate slows down. The profit stabilizes. It's time to fight out the competition. Decline stage is when the product's sales performance starts to drop over a considerable period of time. It means declines in sales and profit. So let's map this product life cycle to the iPhone, to this specific product. So for the development stage, Steve Jobs announced iPhone at the MacBook convention on January 9th, 2007. For the introduction stage, the first iPhone was born as iPhone 2G in June 2007. From childhood to teen, it grew in the form of 3G and 3GS, which was not just a phone but a status symbol. The growth stage is the teen. Like a human being, it evolved into beautiful 4 and 4S, with more and more people falling in love with it. Its popularity was growing, making its rivals truly jealous. The maturity stage starts from iPhone 5 in 2012. Now it was getting into young and aggressive. It was the fight for love of its customers and the dominance in the market. Through its appearance did not change much, but it had become physically and mentally more strong. And colorful, shading its arrogance, it reached out to more people for more love. Decline. I don't think iPhone is in this stage right now, but it's kind of in the late maturity stage right now. Okay, let's take a look at the introduction stage and how it was promoted. First, at this stage, Apple used a scheming strategy. The price is kept high. It's not for everybody. Steve Jobs gives keynote conference. Advertising and marketing campaigns are launched everywhere, especially on social media. Will that work? Will that method work today? I think mostly no. Because Steve Jobs is unique. He is the designer, he is the product manager, and he is the promoter. He can clearly give everybody a vision, a product, and a future to this product. And the second thing is that social media is totally different from what it was then. Pricing strategy is good. I think it's good. Because at that time, competing Android phones are not available widely. Now let's take a look at the growth stage. This stage, Apple takes a differentiated product strategy. At least one major feature was introduced for every release of the product. Pricing is increasing a little bit. Old phone models price dropped. So every new release, the price is quite stable. A little bit increase compared to the previous model. Product quality is maintained well so that you can keep the customers. More marketing spending in this. Definitely, this is the growth stage. So lots of marketing campaigns on social media running. Will this the same method working for today? I think mostly yes. It is a good strategy to introduce new technology features into the new models. I think it is still taking this strategy for the latest phones. Pricing strategy is good, but considering the inflation happened today, we need to probably will put a higher price tag on the new models. For the maturity stage, many Android phones are available in the market now, especially from Samsung, Google, and lots of other cheap devices available in the market with similar features. Starting from iPhone 8, the price is relatively lower compared to the features. For example, you have more memory, but the price is the same. That that that's what I say, relatively low. Expanding product line to sell in the low-end market. Try to compete against many of the Android phone. So is this strategy still work today? I think yes, mostly. Considering the highly competing cell phone market today, these strategies still works. And for the decline stage, I don't think iPhone has reached this stage yet. So because take a look at the revenue, it's still growing. But although it's stabilized for quite some time, price is stable and new features are still introduced into the new models. Excuse me. And that's my presentation about iPhone, the history of iPhone and its marketing strategies. Thank you.